Elements and basic structure of a bot. In this lesson, we will show you the basic structures of a bot. We will cover the fundamentals of how the bot works and show you the elements that make up a bot. These will include how to display images, how to display text, how to get users to navigate your bot, and much more.
In this lesson, we're going to be going over the various elements that make up a bot. Chatfield calls the elements cards. So you can add a card to any of the blocks, and we'll be explaining that in more detail. But first, we're going to go over the basic setup. When you get to Chatfield, you'll be presented with a page like this. These are the various bots that we have. We're going to use the bot course bot. In this section, you'll see there's a welcome message, which is displayed here. This message is the first message that a user sees when they interact with your bot. The next message is the default answer. This is what a user will see when the bot doesn't know how to respond to them. So if they type something that a response hasn't been programmed for, this is what will appear. You can add blocks by clicking here. A block is basically what will store all of your card information. Let's go over some of the card options. Okay, so the most basic element, we're going to go and add a block here. And we're going to call it test block. You can call it whatever. You can create groups if you want to keep your blocks organized. But we don't need a group at the moment because there's only one block. So the first is a text element. You just click it, and you just enter the text there, and that's what's going to display to the user. So it would say, "Hello, everyone." And that's your text box. Now there's different elements, like you can see in the welcome message. It does first name. These are called tags. And there's a bunch of different ones, and you can pull them up by using the brackets to pull them up. Okay, the next element is a gallery. Gallery is just a series of pictures that allows you to scroll from one picture to another. Image is self-explanatory. That's just a single image on its own, which is different from a gallery, which is multiple images. A gallery you can actually share. An image you cannot. And then you've got a list. So this would just be one item after another after another. So if you wanted to display a whole bunch of stuff, you can include a picture with your list. And I would just encourage people to play around with the different options. You can get pretty creative with some of this stuff. A quick reply. This is for if you're asking a question and you want to store the user's answers, you would put, so let's say it was a yes or no question, that would be yes. And then the user attribute, this is just, think of this like a basket that stores all of the answers that people submitted for a particular question. So we'll put this as yes, no basket. And you can call it anything. You can call it answer to whatever the question was. So we've added a quick reply, and then the other answer would be no. So what this would do is when the user selected no, it would store with that person's name the answer no in their basket. When they entered yes, it would store yes in their basket. This is really useful. It's very quick to do. The next card that we have is typing. This is kind of cool. It kind of makes it look, if you look at the little dots over here, it kind of makes it look like the user's still typing while they're doing it, while they're receiving the message rather. You can increase the duration of the typing from 3 seconds or from 0 seconds to 20 seconds. It's kind of a nice feature if you want to pause, if you want to give a user enough time to read something that you put on the screen rather than just scrolling all the way past all the information that you've sent them. Clicking on this little plus sign here will bring up more options. We'll go into a little bit of detail here. The JSON API, that's for pulling up stored programs. We'll actually use that for delivering coupons. User input is if you want to store how they responded. And then sending email, self-explanatory, it'll just send to email. Let's go to block. You can use it, can just send someone from one block to another without having them answer anything. Set up a user attribute, so that means that if they get to a certain part in the a certain point in your sequence, that it would set an attribute. So an example of when you would use this is if you were asking, are you a dog lover, yes or no? And they clicked yes, you could set a user attribute of saying dog lover, yes. Audio and video, you can insert audio files into your chat, we'll call it a chat funnel. You can insert video, a little chat room, and then you can send the location. The plugins I haven't really played around with very much, but it's fairly self-explanatory. You just go to Google search, and then you've got Bing search, RSS, so you can do feeds, subscription lists, Instagram, you can plug into Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Zapier, that would be pretty useful. You could probably post a user's answers directly to a blog or to a comment section in a blog or something like that. So you can really play around. We won't be going too much into these in this part of the course. We'll be focusing more on this top part. So that's pretty much all there is to the elements of the bot. The next, we'll be going over blocks in the next module. So that'll explain how all of these elements connect together.